Hey, it's Moa Punch here, and I've been wanting to try and review this particular MRE for a while, ever since I saw the world's most famous MRE reviewer say it was a pile of miserable mush. And we're talking about Menu 14, creamy spinach fettuccine, or if you speak French, it's fettuccine aux épinards et champignons à la crème. Now, my question is, why do they put this in French when there's a lot more people that speak Spanish in the U.S. military than there are people who speak French? But no matter, I'm going to open it up, I'm going to heat it up, I'm going to try it out and give you my take on creamy spinach fettuccine. Apparently what happens when I use my phone as a camera is I don't know how to operate it, and so I missed probably the best narrative I've ever given on an MRE. So I'm going to try to cobble this thing together. What I did mention to you was that this was a 2019 vintage MRE. I'm thinking it's 2019. And that it's fairly light in the calorie count, considering it's got cream sauce in it, but you see it's got the 4.5 grams of saturated fat thanks to the moo juice that's in it. I do want to get this heated up because I'm hungry. I have been going vegetarian all week, so I selected a vegetarian option, but I am going to try to put this on pause so I can get this thing in that flameless ration heater. Okay, so I got this thing going and I can hear it sizzling away. So we'll set this to the side. And I hope both of my subscribers enjoy this video. I only have 2. My goal is to one day make it to 10 subscribers. Why would anybody subscribe to yet another person reviewing MREs? I don't know. Hopefully I'm adding something a little bit different. The name, Moa Punch, it came about when I was a kid working at Baskin-Robbins back in the 70s. They had a drink. They didn't sell any soda or anything like that, but they sold Moa Punch, which I always really enjoyed. So I was looking for a name for this particular channel, looking for a handle, and I decided on Moa Punch just completely in an arbitrary fashion, so I guess it's stuck. So you can see I'm letting you know what all we have in this particular menu, and it's all the things that our friend Steve had in the MRE that he sampled and didn't like a whole lot. I can just show you this thing is just going like gangbusters, so that's good. If it's nasty and tastes terrible, at least I want it to be hot. Typically, I'm not going to narrate what I have because you can see perfectly well what comes in this MRE. Got this. And I did do some MREs when I went camping, and I have not yet figured out how to upload those, but if there's a clamor and popular demand, I will upload those. One of the phrases that I did remember very much from our friend Steve's review is when he put these out on his tray, and then he said, "Let's try a honey mustard and onion pretzel real quick." And what I really liked about it was that he said real quick. Like if he took too long, we were going to dump out of his review and go somewhere else. But hey, we've got everything that was in his MRE. These things here, I'm not going to eat these anymore because the last time I tried one, I pulled a crown off of my back molar. Ended up going, obviously, to the dentist. They, glued the crown back on. But while they were in there, while they were under the hood, they saw some cavities, and I actually ended up getting a root canal based on that particular trip. So I'm not eating. First strike bar, I curse thee. I'm not going to eat you. As I fumble with this, I'll dump it all out, show you that there's no surprises here. No surprises at all. If you've opened these up before, you've seen these things. Not sure what you would put this in. Oh, well, you'd put it in this. I'm not having coffee right now because it's later in the evening and I'm not going to drink coffee. I remember our friend, he put the pretzels, the crackers, this stuff in there, and I think he put all the salt in there because he needed to get some flavor out of the main entree. Now, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I do know that I'm certainly not going to put this in the main entree. Okay, I'm not proud of this, but I figured if I was going to do this according to the secret MRE reviewer code, I needed to get one of these. So I did. My view is not sufficient enough to show you every compartment, but I will put these things out onto this. I'm not going to say the word. You already know what it is. So I've never done this before. This is actually the first time I have ever opened these and put them on this thing here that's made of plastic. For some reason, I can't open these, so I'm going to go caveman. I'm going to go medieval on these pretzel nuggets. So I'm not saying you get a lot of them. You get some, but not a whole bunch. This I have never used. Actually, I did use this camping. And you can drink a cup of coffee out of it. However, I shall not do that now. Why? Because I'm not drinking coffee. This I'm not going to eat, but in the interest of the review, I will put it out on this piece of injection molded plastic. And this smells good. I would love to eat it, but I value my crowns too much. It's typical. It's very much like taffy, and they taste good. I guess I could take just this tiny little bit. Chew it with my front teeth. Yeah, I like it. Okay. And we'll put these out in its own separate compartment. I think I am losing all of my gripping strength as I get older. I am an older person. I am older than Steve by, I would say, quite a bit. I am pouring these things out onto this receptacle the way that Taras Cool, aka Crazy Russian Hacker, would put them out. He's not very delicate. He just kind of like throws everything out and like, let's get on with it. So I've got this. Unfortunate how they're completely, you know what, falling apart. I'm not going to drink the chocolate protein. I'm not much of a reviewer, am I? Because I pretty much don't eat most of this. But what I'm not really crazy about is the calorie count. This is pretty much an entree calorie count. So I'm not going to drink this and eat the entree and eat this and eat the, the peanut butter. It's just too much. I'm not going to eat 1,300 calories in one meal. We'll set this aside. It might come in handy at some point. And all that's left really to do is to get some of the PB out. And I'm not having a whole lot of luck opening anything here this evening. But so we'll try a little bit of this. And I'll do it real quick so that I won't bore you. And the other thing I don't like is when I listen to Nathan MREs, he has his microphone really close to his mouth so that when he's eating, you're hearing all of the sounds, the smacking, the chewing, I don't want to do that to you, so I'm going to put this on pause for a second. super dry. It's just, you'd need to wash it down with a bucket full of water in order to make it palatable. But I guess if you're in the field, you're on the run, you eat what you got when you can. Thank goodness this opened. I was afraid I was going to have to open this with a knife too. This has been heating up for a bit. Feels nice and warm. Not quite ready to put it out quite yet. I want it to be piping hot. So through the magic of compressed time, I'll be back in a moment to put it out right there. One thing I wanted to mention about these bags that everything comes in, somebody said on a video somewhere that some soldiers fold this thing down. They don't use it as a garbage bag initially, but they fold it down like so they could theoretically use the bag as a bowl. So I guess you could do that if you wanted to be creative. Okay, this is ready to be consumed. I wanted to say that my favorite, I watch all the MRE reviewers. My favorite is, of course, Steve 1989. But my second favorite is your old pal Fernbark. Really enjoy Fernbark's personality. Those are my top two. And then I guess number three, I would... I don't know. I don't know what to say about number three. Those are the only two I really watch on a regular basis. But convince me to watch yours. Put a comment or something here. So I remember the moment where this got opened by our famous friend, who I understand is worth about $500,000 just thanks to his MRE reviews. I remember he opened, and let me take a whiff of this. Yeah, it doesn't smell bad. To me, it reminds me of the smell of the Oriental flavor ramen noodles. As weird as that sounds. Doesn't smell bad. But, of course, we don't live on smell alone. Wow, that's hot. So we're going to try this out. When I say we, I actually just mean me, since I'm the only one here. So I'm going to take a taste. I'm going to describe in as much vivid detail as I can what this miserable mush is actually like. I'm really happy to be able to try this because it's, I think, one of the worst ones that they've put out. Shockingly enough, I actually kind of like this. It doesn't taste bad at all. To me, it doesn't taste like spinach, really. It tastes like some transmogrified permutation of a canned spaghetti. And it has, I guess, sort of an onion taste to it. I'm not tasting a lot of spinach. The texture is pretty soft. But I really don't think it's as bad as people have said it is. I may even eat this entire serving. I like it. I actually like it. Which I'm surprised. I thought I would despise this. But, you know, I guess I'm that guy that will take the entree that nobody else likes and enjoy it. I'm not even going to add this to the mix or this. But let's try a honey mustard and onion pretzel real quick. Oh, wow. That's a salty, savory crunch. No, it's fine. It's, you know, your Snyder's of Hanover. They're good. This whole thing is pretty good. This actually is the worst thing on the menu because it is bone dry. Dry as the desert. So this is Momo Punch signing off, saying I will give a thumbs up to the creamy spinach fettuccine. We'll eat it again if given such an opportunity. Thanks to both of my subscribers. God bless.